What's up, guys? It's your boy DS, and today we're going to be talking about 10 things you need to know before you play Wild Hearts. Now, I didn't know a lot of these things going into it, and after playing, I wish I knew these when I had started playing. So I wanted to go ahead and make this video for you guys so that y'all would know a lot of these things and you guys wouldn't make the same mistakes I did, or you guys wouldn't be without these things. So starting out, the first one is use Karakuri. Now I know that this seems like a no-brainer, it seems super easy, simple, but the thing about it is a lot of times you will forget to use Karakuri in the basic simplest ways, right? From using this stuff, jump forward and get into, an attack, or, you using a box to get a leg up on an enemy. Whatever the case may be, there are a lot of times where we forget to use Karakuri, so you want to make sure that you're remembering to use it and using it as often as you can, whether it is these basic ones, whether, and there are times wherever there's like a enemy dashing at you, and you could easily use a fusion Karakuri, but you forget to, so you want to make sure no matter what it is, you are using it. And there are times where, I'm falling or something, and I forget to use the glider, but I could have easily used it, and I would have been perfectly fine. So no matter what Karakuri it is, make sure you guys use them as often as possible, so that you guys are not playing with half of your character, and you're using the full extent that your character can do. The next thing I want to talk about is the Cyclopedia. If you guys didn't know, you guys do have a Cyclopedia that you are able to use for information and different things like that. Now, one of the main things this is used for is to find the weak spots on Kemono. As you can see right here, the head is 5 stars and then every other part is 4 stars. So it doesn't really matter where you hit this enemy, you're probably going to be doing a lot of damage. Now, if you look at something like the lava back, the main parts for you to hit is the head, which is 5 stars, and the body, which is 4 stars. So if you hit the arms or the legs or tail and back, you won't be doing pretty much any damage at all. So make sure you guys are looking at the Cyclopedia so that you know where to hit the enemy and you can do as much damage as possible. Now, another thing that you guys need to make sure you're doing, whenever you're out of combat, you are able to eat food. And as you guys can see, I have a lot of food here. Well, the reason why is because I didn't know this, so I was never eating food. But they give a bunch of different buffs, and the buffs are really good. As you can see right here, health boost, attack boost. This one's health boost and defense. You look at this, it's critical boost, fury, critical master. There are a bunch of different boosts that food give you, so make sure you're eating food as much as possible. It's going to be really, really nice for your character. On top of that, you can eat multiple foods. It does stack. So instead of you just eating one, you can eat 3, 4, or 5, however many. Look at that bar at the bottom and you'll see how much food you can eat before it's maxed out. Once it's maxed out, you have to wait a while or reset your food effects before you can eat more food. The next thing I want to talk about is make sure you upgrade your camps. Whenever you get to a camp, you can put a whole bunch of different things down, but as you put things down, you will use resources, as you guys see on the right. Well, if you guys go to any of the dragon pits, you'll notice you can upgrade your camps. And as you can see right here, if I upgrade this camp, it's going to give me an increased amount of fire, allowing me to build any fire Karakuri that I want. So make sure you guys are upgrading your camps. Now, on top of that, there are a bunch of different ones throughout the area. As you can see, you look at this one is going to increase fire and water. If you look at this one's going to increase water and air. So there are a bunch of different ones of these, but you need to make sure that you guys are basically maximizing them as much as possible so that you guys can have more Karakuri built in your bases, and that's going to allow you to be stronger and do things a lot better. Now, another thing I want to talk to you guys about is upgrading Tsukumo. As you can see right here, Tsukumo is, going to be just following you around, but he doesn't just follow you around. He actually does a lot of other stuff. As you can see, enhance Tsukumo right here. If you go there and enhance him, you will see you can enhance the attack form, which increases your damage. You can increase your defense form, which gives you defense, and it will give you HP sometimes. The assist form will give you healing, so basically he can heal you, and then the threader form will increase your thread recharge speed, which is going to be really nice as well. Now, the thing about this is every time you level up Tsukumo, you will get a thread. And so basically at the start of the game, you start out with 10, but as you can see, I have 16. So every time you level him up, you will get another thread that you can use. So it's a really good thing if you level up Tsukumo as much as possible whenever you can. Now, if you guys need to know how to get the cogs to level up Tsukumo, there are going to be little other Tsukumos out there, right? They're going to be just, you know, in random areas and whatnot, and what you'll do is you just go up to them, press your accent button, and it'll give you a cog. Now, once you do that, you can come back here and spin that cog to upgrade Tsukumo. So, anytime you're out, you know, hunting or whatever the case may be, if you see any other ones that look just like Tsukumo, then that you need to go get them so that you can get the cogs. Now, this is a very big thing you guys need to make sure you're doing, and that is dismantling your weapons. If you go to a forge, you'll actually be able to upgrade different weapons. As you can see right here, I do have a whole bunch of different upgrades on the weapon, but the thing about this is you can actually, you know, basically reset the skill tree, and the only thing it'll cost is gold. You will get your materials back, but you know, gold is not that hard to come by, and if you're not doing this every other second, you should be fine. But like, as you can see, I am right here, and let's say I wanted to go down this path instead. You can actually reset it, and it'll just cost 300 gold, and like I said, you will get your materials back, so you don't got to worry about the materials. And then instead of going down this path, you can go down this one. So there are basically nothing stopping you from resetting your build or testing out different weapons or testing out different types of weapons or builds in this game. As long as you have a little bit of gold, you'll be good to go. And as you can see in the top right, I have 1,500, and I haven't even sold anything or, you know, done anything, or I haven't gone out of my way to get any gold, and I still have a decent amount. So make sure you guys are dismantling your weapons so that if you're trying to, you know, do a new build, you can, or whatever the case may be. Instead of you making 5 of the same weapon to try to do different builds, you can just use one and put that to whatever build you want it to be. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you guys about, multiplayer makes the bosses harder. If you guys didn't know, whenever you're doing, you know, hunts or fighting a Kemono by yourself, it's the normal boss. But if you play multiplayer, the boss is going to do more damage, the boss is going to have more HP, so it's going to probably take a little bit longer whenever you're fighting the boss. That is obviously because if you have, you know, 2 people or 3 people fighting a boss that's made for 1 person, it's going to be very easy. So how they made it, you know, work, the bosses are stronger or better if you are in multiplayer. So keep that in mind whenever you're grinding or fighting Kemono. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about is equipping Talisman. If you go to a forge, you are able to change your equipment, and in doing so, you can come here and equip a Talisman. Now, the thing about it is, you don't only have to equip 1. You could actually equip up to 5. Now, initially playing, I didn't know that you could equip 5. I only had 1 on the whole time. But as you can see, I have the attack 1 on, defense 1, defense, and then elemental. So you can equip up to 5 Talisman. So make sure you guys go and check. And if you don't have 5 on, equip 5. And as you get more, you can mix and match and put whatever Talisman on that you want. But make sure you got 5 on at all times. Now, on the topic of money, there is something you can do to get you a lot of money. If you go to a shop, you are actually able to sell a resource that they literally give you just to sell for money. As you can see right here, it's called gold dust, and what it'll do, it'll sell for a pretty decent amount of money. As you can see, I have 1,500, but if I sell this, this is worth 700. And then if you look at, you know, any of these other ones, if it has the like gold symbol, you can basically sell it for money. Any resources or materials that you don't need, you can just sell. As you guys see right here, sell that, and I just made a $700 profit. So any of those materials or resources that you find like that, you know, sell for a really good price, you can just sell that for money, and that will allow you to have a lot more money than you would have if you don't sell them. Now, the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is the Fisherman Guild. There is a guy right here that you can talk to. This is his icon, and when you talk to him, he actually allows you to get a whole bunch of different missions or jobs for you to go out and do. Now, the thing about this that's so cool is, number 1, you can hold 5 jobs at a time. But on top of holding 5 jobs at a time, you can basically do them passively. There's no like time frame that you have to do them. You can just put them on, and whenever you get them done, you get them done. And on top of that, they give you a whole bunch of really good rewards. And as you do them, they upgrade and give you even better rewards. So you want to make sure that you have 5 of these on at all times, and you can just passively do them. You don't have to stress about it or anything like that. On top of that, you can hold as many side quests as you want. And the side quest will basically be the scroll above a random NPC's head. You just go talk to them, get the side quest, and you can do that whenever you want. There's no rush on any of these things, but you want to make sure you're doing these things as much as possible because they're going to get you a lot of resources and material to upgrade your character. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment down below, tell me what you guys think in the comment section. With that being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace.